We've been hearing from concerned parents, many saying while they want to see the safe return to class, some feel the measures announced today won't be enough to keep students and teachers from being infected. Some parents telling me they feel we're worse off now than we've ever been.
It's not safe for kids right now. It's just not safe for kids.
Jessica Lyons is a mother of 3. She says she was disappointed to hear the province's plans for the return to in-class learning, calling today's announcement political theater.
I believe that we still are in a moment where it's too risky to open schools for in-person learning. And I say that with 3 children who would, 2 of whom are school age, who would much prefer to be in class learning.
I do feel very let down by this government.
This mother of 2 who did not want to appear on camera due to fears of workplace repercussions says this back to class plan lacks actual guidance, something her young children have also been critical of.
I am scared to send my children to the jungle on Monday. However, my husband and I both don't have a choice, and that's where they'll have to be. They have been saying since it was announced on Monday that school was back on, that they will be getting COVID. So they've already come to terms with that because they too realize that there really is no plan.
Both mothers say they feel like Ontario parents have been left in the dark after the government announced they would not be notifying parents of COVID positive cases. They hope moving forward there will be more transparency.
They use the cover of caring a lot that it's essential for the mental health of children to send them back. And I just want to note that, there was no announcement of funding to tend to the mental health of children.
The Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation also reacting tonight.
Why do teachers and education workers feel that they're any different? And I think one thing that people need to realize is that teachers and education workers are in a classroom for 150 minutes at a time in a small contained space where there's no social distancing, where there's often windows that don't open. And that's the difference, right? We can't see in any other sector where that's the case, where there's a worker who's in a room with 30 other people for a long period of time with potentially inadequate ventilation.
Union officials say today's announcement also has some teachers feeling uneasy about the return to class next week, with many questions about ventilation, masks, and protocols still unanswered.
We also need to know that there's a sufficient supply of the N95 masks being deployed to schools. What we're hearing right now is that there's about 2 to 3 per staff member available, and we need to know that that supply is going to continue into the longer term.
The OSSTF says what they were hoping for from the province was more concrete guidelines, especially when it comes to maskless times in schools, such as lunch period. Now, schools are scheduled to reopen to in-class learning next Monday. Nakhavoly, City News.